Hello everyone, this is Siddhant Singh and we are going to start our big data journey from today onwards. So yeah, I welcome to all of you and let's proceed. So this is an introduction video of big data, like what is it and why do we need big data and what are the core concepts of big data. And so yeah, this is the first video and it is an introduction of big data. So let's begin. So when we talk about big data, there is like lot of data being stored by company. Like there is lot of data that we generate. Let's say we go on Instagram, we post lot of photos. So there are like billions of record of people that this company need to store. So to store that particular data, those those companies are using big data engineering. So this data engineer job is basically to store the data using certain tool and to clean it, to further process, to further process it, and for analytics and advertising purpose, and whatever the needs of the company. So to store the data we need to have this particular principle called data engineering. So basically it has three core principle of data engineering, and that is volume, variety, and third one is velocity. So let's first understand what is volume. So volume is basically when there is large amount of data is being passed, is being stored by some certain machine. Let's say there are 900 million posts being created on Facebook, or 1 billion photos has been created on Instagram, or there are like 500 million videos has been uploaded on YouTube. So those whole things, whole images and videos that has been stored by those computer is being stored in particular server. So that is the volume. We refers to the volume of that particular data. The second thing comes is variety. Like, is there is an structure in that data? Is it is an structured data? Let's say is it is just contain images only, or it contain post or images, or it contain images, video, and then picture. Like combination of all those things, like there are, like we post on YouTube. So it's called like variety. So is it a variety in a data? And then the third one is velocity. Like what is the speed, like how much we are uploading, at what speed the data has been uploaded. For example, let's take on Facebook, like there are like on 1 second there are a lot of posts has been uploaded from different parts of the world. So how you write a solution so that it can handle uh, per second those many number of posts and videos of upload. So that's how it works. That's how this particular domain is work, like how it stores the data. So yeah, so those are the principle. And like how, and there are like two different process also to process the big data, and that is a monolithic process and second is distributed process. So what is monolithic process? Let's understand. Let's say you have one computer like this, one CPU like this, and it has RAM in it. This is RAM. Then this has hard drive in it, let's say 1 TB. So this particular CPU has 8 GB of RAM and 1 TB of hard drive. So when you have this particular RAM and 1 TB of hard drive, this particular structure is called monolithic structure. So yeah, we just rewind this little bit. So yeah, this kind of structure is called monolithic structure, because in this particular thing there is only one particular PC is used. So in this particular thing only one PC is being used, only one machine is being used. But there is another system which is called distributed system. So in this particular thing, what we are going to do is we are going to use multiple machines like that. Multiple machines like this. This is called distributed system. You know. So now I'm going to ask you a very simple question, like which system, like monolithic system or distributed system, will give you more benefit of when it comes to processing the data? Just think about it. Okay, I'm going to answer the question, that is distributed system. Why distributed system is going to be more accurate? The reason is it uses multiple combination of system. There are a lot of computers you are going to use here, which have 2 GB of RAMs in it and only 200 GB of data. But we are going to store the data in here and we are going to process it. Because the number of system is increased, the speed is also increased. Let's say there are a lot of 500 posts happening per second on Facebook, but because we have multiple system, we can store the data multiply, and because of that the speed is going to increase, the processing speed is going to increase, right? And in this particular monolithic structure we have only one computer, right? Only one computer, so it has to process all the data. So when you have one computer to process all the data, your speed is going to reduce. So to to reduce this particular speed, which is not going to benefit the company, the company will going to get more benefit while using this particular system, that we are holding here. So basically in big data we have, like, we need to store the data and then we need to process the data. So for processing the data, distributed system is, I think, the best one to begin with, and we are going to look further like how to use a framework like Hadoop to process all the data. In next video we are going to discuss that only, like how we can use Hadoop and its mechanism to store the data and to process it. So yeah, that's it from today's video, because today we have learned like what is distributed and what is monolithic and what are the core principle of data engineering, like whole data is depend on. And by the way, data analyst and data scientist role is also there in this particular domain, but I think data engineering is also required because they start their work first, because without data engineering you can't get the process data and you cannot generate the insights and or trend model. So data engineering is very important part of ecosystem of this whole data. And yeah, so yeah, that's it for today's video. We will discuss about Hadoop in next video. Thank you all. Let's meet in another video.